8 of the spring blossom season is finally upon us, which means the Festive Dragon is going to be released this week. And it, of course, is the very last dragon or anything of the season, technically. So we're going to be going over the specifics of SAKURA. I think I said that right. That's horrible. SAKURA. And then, of course, I also want to talk about the event coming up, which is Fight Pits, the update, which is coming today, some sigil packs, and of course, as I said, we're going to be doing the new featured team on Talk Dragon Tuesdays as well, which I have already chosen this week's. Now, we'll also be going through our winner for last week and a giveaway for this week. So if you're new to my channel, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Now, what I mean by the winner is every Talk Dragon Tuesday, we do have a regular drawing where you can win up to a $20 in-game pack here on my channel. So stay tuned later on in the video where we're going to be going over the details on how you can enter to win this week's contest. Everybody enjoys when the PvP comes up once you get Atlas, because it's like, ooh, yay, I get my shield. But hey, if you're new to War Dragons altogether and you don't know what the fight pits are, be sure to, of course, go check out my event guide series where I go over the fight pits. But generally speaking, the fight pits is a PvP where you can earn points by going up against other teams in your league. And in the fight pits, you're going to be fighting your way out of the pits and into the Coliseum. So good luck with that. And like I said, go check out my video if you need any guidance. Now, there is an app update coming, so I want to give you guys an alert. With that being said, we've had some weird situations on either end. We've had it happen on the Apple end. We've had it happen on the Google Store end. So make sure that you've paid up your upkeep, and then, of course, get any prime marks that you have on enemy castles or NML off before you think this update's going to go through. And last but not least, know that, of course, they make up for any elite situations, like they kind of pause our membership and then bring it back. But you're still wasting out your time by not going ahead and getting any Atlas attacks and troop builds in early. So if you're in the middle of this event in Atlas, which is, of course, the Primarch leveling event, this might be a good time to go out and grind out that gold and put it in your bank just in case this is down for a few days. So that is my last piece of advice. Now, as I mentioned, we are actually doing a RPW's feature team of the week every week, where I'll be not only featuring them here on Talk Dragon Tuesday, but I'll be putting more a static image on my sites as well. Now, if your team would ever like to be considered in this featured team every week, then be sure to send me a message in line. My ID in line is going to be Royal Pain Wife, which is my original War Dragons in-game name. And then, of course, make sure in the message you tell me why we should help you with, featuring your team here on YouTube or on my sites. Now, on top of that, go ahead and send over some screenshots so that I can use that in the footage so people can see how wonderful you guys are and see all your names and such. Now, we did have a team reach out this week, so I'm super excited. So with that being said, our featured team of the week this week is Wolfpack 249. Now, the leader of this team reached out to me, I think a few days ago, and said that they would like their team to be chosen, and they explained why. And I really love the message he sent out. You know that one of the big things about me is I really like to help other players. That is, I don't know. It's one thing to make videos for everybody, guys. That's one thing. But to be the person that's constantly there as a leader or as a player helping somebody else is a lot of sacrifice. So this is one of those types of teams. Now, their name is Wolfpack 249, and this is the message they want to send out to everyone. We aspire to be one of the rare teams to make platinum without being remnants of a larger team or the product of a merge. We have players who have been around for 3 or more years and specialize in helping players that want to learn more about the game. As a result, we are definitely more on the casual side and are very accommodating to in real life issues and busy times. At the moment, much of their team is filler accounts, so in reality, they have plenty of space. They are an extremely close-knit group held together by strong friendships and are always ready to welcome more. So, guys, if you guys are interested in a team like this, whether it is, to find yourself a family that you can grow with, or let's say you're one of those players out there that really likes to help others as well, then this is a team you could reach out to. They do have some spots, like they say. Their activity is not on the high end, it's not on the low end, so they could definitely use your help. Now, Anyways, guys, Wolfpack, I really hope that you guys get those players in there so that you can get your team pumping soon. And thank you again for reaching out so that your team could be considered. Now, along with the fight pits this week, they're going to be bringing out what they call the 3-tiered sigil value packs. Now, my mind speculates that this means that, you know, as you buy them, it'll unlock larger ones. I don't know if it'll be more cost, if it becomes cheaper as you go with more stuff. I don't know how this is going to go. So, of course, I'm sure once they put that info out there, either in a message or whatever, you'll be able to see. But if that's something you're interested in, that will be coming, of course, this coming event. So the next thing I want to go over is, of course, Sakura. Sakura is the festive Earth Hunter dragon, which is a very pink, very frilly looking dragon. But let's go over the spells on this dragon specifically. Now, the first one is going to be Chaos. Now, which is an active blue 2-rage spell that increases your dragon's attack damage by 95% for a total of 4 seconds. The next one is going to be Scatter, which is an active white 1-rage spell that cloaks for 1.5 seconds, immediately recovering 50% of your hunter's ammo. Now, while he is cloaked, he will fly at a 25% of your normal speed, and upon uncloaking, it will actually damage the nearby towers at 8% of your modified HP on this dragon. Now, it'll also gain 50% increased attack damage for 3 seconds after uncloaking. However, if you uncloak before a 1.5 second duration, you lose this increased damage afterwards, but the scatter can be recasted immediately so you can recover that hunter ammo. Now, the next spell is the Spring Renewal. This is an active red 1-rage spell which you can use to mark a target tower, and if the marked tower is destroyed, you will restore up to 25% of your modified HP and gain 2 rage. Basically, this means if you use 1 rage on the spell, you will then gain 2, and it does have a 4-second cooldown. Now, last but not least, it does have adaptive flak resist, which is a very unique thing to this, which is going to allow you to change your flak resists and gain a small amount of rage, only about a quarter of a bar. But it'll allow you to cycle through dark, fire, ice, and electroflak towers resist by a total of 70%. Pretty cool resist there. I wish I was on a sorcerer. Anyways, jumping into the runes and glyphs, you know that this is very important to me that I put this information out, because a lot of times for me, what will decide whether I get a dragon or not is how the runes and glyphs are going to be on this dragon. Now, this one's pretty impressive. As any of the other riders come, it's going to come, of course, with your epic rune, which of this will be called of the Blossom, and it increases your scatter explosion damage. Now, the legendary rune of Blossoms will not only do that, but it's going to increase your hunter attack just like the mythic. So it does have a mythic glyph as well, which will do both also. Now, here's the great thing about this. In total, if you get all 3 of these runes and glyphs and you max it all the way up, you're going to get a whopping 50% extra damage whenever your scatter spell explodes. Pretty cool, right? And then, of course, when it comes to the hunter damage, you're going to get a total of 12% extra on your hunter damage. So you have a great, let's say, rider that you want to put on this bad boy. He could be great, a great option for those that aren't necessarily going for the mythic. So my thoughts on this dragon so far, guys, I think he's going to be a great dragon. I think this is definitely one going for. I've actually told my husband to definitely go for this, and I think I'm going to go for it on one of my alts, which, won't get there as quickly as what my main would. But anyways, guys, I need you to keep in mind, if you do decide to get this dragon, that you're not going to get a key towards a mythic dragon. So if you're working towards a mythic, this is not necessarily the branch you want to go for. If this is something you're interested in and you've seen videos on it later on and then you fall in love, maybe you would want to put your leftover sigils on that. However, a lot of these dragons I don't feel are really worth it unless you get their runes. And this is going to be one of those ones that if you don't think you're going to be able to get to that mythic glyph, then I don't know that he will be 100% worth it. So keep that in mind, because he does cost the same as everything else at a whopping 30k sigils. I don't know, but I am pretty excited to see how this dragon plays. Like I said, my husband will be going for this dragon, so I can't wait to see it. I do think this is going to be one of those dragons that a lot of people are going to regret ignoring if they aren't going for the mythic. So definitely keep an eye out on this dragon. Watch the videos that will be posted across YouTube by several different people, I'm sure. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and jump into this week's giveaway. So, of course, every week we do a weekly giveaway here on Talk Dragon Tuesday, where you can earn a $20 in-game pack towards your gaming. And everybody loves free stuff, right? So this past week we did a situation where you had to put in your in-game name and tell me how you were doing, of course, in your fortification. And I loved seeing all this. I loved seeing like your tower level versus your base, or your dragon level, and so forth. Seeing that I'm still quite a bit behind a lot of people there. But anyways, I loved seeing your all's replies. But let's see who the winner of this week's contest is. All right, so it looks like it's going to be Paul 2X. Paul 2X. It says he capped his level 52 towers. Anyways, congratulations not only on capping those towers, but on winning this week's contest. Now, of course, I'll send your information on up to War Dragons and they will get you out your prize. Give it about a few weeks, of course, and they will get it right over to you. Now, if you would like to be the lucky winner of next week's contest, let's go over the information on how you can enter to win for this week. Now, of course, the drawing will be in the next Talk Dragon Tuesday, next Tuesday. But the thing I really want to talk about today is the new dragon. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on Sakura, however you say it. There I go again. Tell me what you think. Are you going to go for it? Is it something you don't think is going to be worth going for? Is it something that, even if you don't plan to go for it because you're going for the mythics, that you have a tip for everybody else? Do you think they should go for it, and why? Or should they not, and why? I love whenever you guys get involved and you put out your information here as well, and the tips and so forth that you have for everybody else too. So please don't be afraid. All you have to do in order to enter for this week's contest, of course, is go to the comments section below to do your entry. Now, if for some reason you do not have the ability, you're probably in an external server like Facebook. You actually have to go to YouTube and be logged in order to enter. So remember, all you got to do is go to the very bottom of the video, go into the comments, and then in the comments you're going to put your in-game name and your thoughts on the new Festive Dragon Sakura. So anyways, guys, that is how you're going to be able to enter for next week's contest. Now, this week I actually have some other videos coming out. As you guys know, we've been bringing back the beginner series, but we've renamed it Back to the Basics. And then, of course, I have been bringing back the Atlas series as well. So those two videos will definitely be here this week. And I might have something else up my sleeve. I'm not for sure yet for sometime later this week as well. There's just so much going on with me preparing for the move. So, but I'm pretty excited. I did get my second key, guys. And I know I said I was going to go for the Rider, but I decided to go ahead and go for Goda. Only because I'm like, I really need to focus in on the breeding. Like, I need to catch up my breeding. And the other Rider, even though he would have given me the fire shards, doesn't come with any of the mystic egg fragments. So I decided to go for Goda instead, and I think I'm on like his second line now. So I'm working my way towards my third key. I'm so excited. As you know, this will be my very first Divine Mythic, so this is pretty cool for me. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Before you leave, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. All right, guys, happy hunting!